Hi, I'm Amanda Skelton, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and so today I'd like to show you how to make this nice little gift. So this is to hold a little mini hand sanitizer bottle like this. So it's a nice little decorative way to present something like that, to say thank you to somebody, or just as a little gift, say just for you. And we're going to use the Thoughtful Wishes die for this detail on the front. And we're going to also use the Thoughtful Journey DSP papers. Now these are gorgeous. If you've ever bought the Grove dies, or the other one that's similar, which is like an aperture with like trees and things on it, these are brilliant to put behind it. So these papers are gorgeous. You've got the watercolour sort of one side, but you've just got these gorgeous designs on the foreground. So they're just beautiful. Make really good backgrounds. So that's what we're going to use as the detail. So this one I think is what colour did I do this? This might have been Bubble Bath, but I'm going to do the next one in boho blue. So I'm going to pick out the blue from this piece of paper. So that's this one here. So that's what I'm going to pick out for this one, and then I've got a little blue hand sanitizer to put inside it. So I found the directions to make this. I think it was from Stamp Camp with Jen. So very thankful to her for the dimensions. I'm going to make it just a tiny little bit smaller, and I'll go through that in a minute and explain why. So what do we need? So we need one piece of cardstock. So like I said, I'm using boho blue. That needs to measure 9.5 inches long. Now Stamp Camp with Jem had 2 inches across. I literally take off a 1/16 off of that. So it is basically 1 15/16. The reason for that is because I'm using a punch to make this detail at the top. This is a retired punch, but there are similar ones in the current catalogue. And the reason I've done that is to make sure it fits in here. So that's why I've done that. So that is 1 15/16 by 9.5 inches. You want to score it at 4.25 inches and at 5.25 inches, and then that is going to make our base. Then you want another piece of cardstock, again boho blue. That needs to measure 3 inches down and 3 15/16 across. So again, just a 1/16 off of 4 inches across, and you want to score that at 1 inch at every edge. So you want to score in 1 inch off of every edge, and then that will make, so taking that again, that 1/16 off means that that base in the bottom is going to fit just inside your container. So this little base here is going to be made with this, and then this whole piece around the outside is this piece. Okay, then I've got 2 pieces of DSP. Like I said, they're beautiful both sides. So these need to measure 1 7/8 by 3 3/8. You need 2 of those, and then a piece of ribbon just to tie it at the top. So that needs to measure between about 6 and 8 inches. Try and use as narrow as possible. It just makes it look a little, I mean, this is quite heavy really, but it's okay. But I think if you can get the really small widths, and that's really good. So that's about 1/2 centimetre. So that's quite a nice size. Okay, and then the other thing we'll need is the Thoughtful Wishes dies, and I'm just going to use this die to make this detail, which is quite nice on the foreground on top of the paper. So I want to do that in white. So you want some extra white around, which I've got some extra white here just to die cut that, and the white will look really nice, I think, on that one. So what should we do first? First of all, let's make this little base here, because we want the glue to dry. So get the square piece, or 3 inches by just under 4 inches card, and then along the long sides you want to cut up to where the score marks are. So both there, and then do the same the opposite side. Do not cut the corners out, we're keeping those. Okay, so then you can fold all those in. then those are going to become our little box. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim a little bit off of each of these, so that when we close them up they don't overlap, because otherwise they overlap. You can see that's overlapping. So I'm just going to take a little bit off each of those edges. Just so they don't overlap. So now you can see that they don't overlap at all. So you've got a nice bit of a gap there. Okay, so using some liquid glue so that you can manoeuvre it. So I do one edge at one end at a time. So on the outside edge of this, which is going to stick to the inside of that, I'm going to put some glue. Well, I am if the glue is going to come out. Okay, then just pop that up on its side and then fold the edges in. Give that a good press. Make sure your edges aren't too proud. Give that a good press, allow that to adhere. Okay, when one side's ready, I can do the same on the other. So again, sort of press those in a bit so you can get to them. Put the glue on. Again, on the outside of the tabs, but we're going to tuck those inside. And then just fold that one up. Make sure that's all nice and square. Level. Fingers all sticky. Okay, make sure that's all in place. That all looks nice and square. Just give it a good push, make sure it's going to stick. Okay, and then just leave that to the side and let that take fully. So while you're waiting for that to dry, so we can take the long piece. So you can fold it either side if you like to. And then I'm going to use this tag topper. Like I said, there are others. I think there's a similar one in the current catalogue. So it's just an easy, really easy way to get a nice detailed top. And we get the hole as well to put the ribbon through. So I was just going to have a look at the punches. Where are you? We're not far off. Where are we? Come on. No, not finding them. I'm sure that they were all in here. Maybe I wasn't looking at the right side of the page. Come on, where are you? There's quite a handy little colour wheel as well that we can look at. No, okay, I can't find it. I give up. Okay, but there is one similar to it at the moment. So that should give you your two edges. Now what you want to do is put your paper on. So you want to do your edges, your top first, so you know where to centre your paper up to. So what you need to remember is that it's going to go this way up. So don't be tempted if you've got directional paper to do it like that and like that, you'll need to reverse it because it's going to go the other way up. Okay, so sort of just place it in first and make sure you're going in the right direction. If you haven't got directional paper, obviously it doesn't matter, but you just want to make sure that it is going on right. If you want to, you can do it that way. That's another way of making sure you got it the right way up. Okay, so that piece goes on there. There you go. So that's your main detail. So again, well, so this in a minute we'll just go in there like that. So you can see that's how it will go. So I'm just going to die cut the detail for here now. So let's get my die cutting machine. I'm going to do this in white so it will stand out nicely. That any further, so you can decide which is your front. If you do this, it helps you to release your dies, which is quite a nice little tip. So I don't know that mine are both the same, so I'm just going to add, I might even add it at an angle. Yeah, so I'm going to use liquid glue because it's teeny tiny, or you can use the glue sheets that are in this catalogue actually. So you would glue that, put that through the, stick it onto the back of the piece of card you're going to die cut, and then it will die cut the sticky side as well. Take the protective film off and then you've got a nice, die cut. No, I'm going to do it straight. I'm going to chicken out, I'm going to do it straight. Okay, let that dry a minute. And then the other thing I need to do is put a little sentiment. So I've got Just For You. I think this is from a retired set as well. But obviously you can have happy birthday or thanks or whatever you want. So I'm just going to get another piece of white card. So I'm going to do this in boho blue. And I'm going to do it as close to the edge as I can, although that's a piece I'm just going to put it as close to there as I can. So this piece has already got a score mark on it. I'm just utilising something that I've had before. So I just get my trimmer and I'm going to trim just where the edges, and then sorry, I'm going to have to get into, make sure I'm not taking off too much. Okay, so I'm going to just put that just on there. And then I'm going to raise that. Just makes it a nice little detail. So with my little sticky pads. Just need 3 of these across. Okay. And it's probably easier to put those on while it's all flat rather than when it's assembled, because then you can give it a good push down. centered or not. Oh, that's not very straight, is it? There you go. That's better. Okay, so all that's left to do now is to glue the base onto here. So again, use liquid glue. And then when it's stuck to the bottom, we're going to stick it either side as well. So place that on. And just make sure that both sides will come up. A really good press. Especially at the edges. Okay. Right, okay. So then I'm going to glue on here. So glue that side on. Give a good pinch. You can see the edges are nice and square. Just make sure that sticks, and then you can do the other side. Just get rid of that bit. Okay, and then you can put the other side up and just give it a good push. Keep it in place for a bit. You can see it's nice and level, nice and square, because we took a little bit of the 1/16 off of this side as well when we cut the base piece. So there you go. I think it's pretty much holding now. So then you can put in your little anti-back in there, and then you can get your piece of ribbon and tie it together at the top. Let's do a small bow on this one. Can I? Tiny. No, I'm gonna leave it as a. I'm gonna leave it as a knot, I think, on this one. And there you go. And there I have it as cute little holder for an anti-back little hand wash. Hope you've enjoyed that. So once again, we've used the lovely Thoughtful Journey DSP. These are gorgeous, and they get so many sheets. You get something like 40 sheets in loads of designs. And then we use the Thoughtful Wishes dies and set for this detail. Boho blue. So I hope you've enjoyed that. As always, you can find me on Amanda's Crafted Cards on Pinterest and YouTube, and the products are on the Stampin' Up website at www.amandascraftedcards.stampingup.net. If you want to leave a comment on the YouTube, please do. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you can probably use this for little sweets, lots of little things. So I think that would be quite a handy little gift vessel for a lot of different gifts. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you again next time. Take care. Bye bye.